Maybe some people will remember this. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. This film was really big in the 70s. You know, it was about him. You know, there were films about people with psychiatric problems even before that. This one here is called La Force or Serpente. No, the Pit of Serpents. And you know, there were various other films. These are photographs of American psychiatric hospitals. In Italy, psychiatric hospitals were closed in the 80s or 90s because it was not controllable. You know, they didn't know what to do with these people. But there's lots of art about people who are not well. You know, you didn't give them pills. They would just be there. And, for instance, this woman suffers from hysteria or something like that. And, you know, so she's in front of all the doctors who are examining her. And this was, you know, a normal thing. In the 18th century. Salpetriere is a hospital that exists even today, but it's a hospital. It's not a psychiatric ward. And here it is in this. These are some prints about the subject. These are photographs of people who were in Bedlam, actually. It's an English hospital. The Bethlehem Hospital. Bethlehem Hospital. So these are different types of things that people suffered from. My portraits. This is Monomanie Salpetriere. So these are the patients of this hospital. This was somebody who has a military complex. So they did lots of portraits of these people just because they wanted to know what was in, you know, what did someone look who had a problem like this. This one here doesn't seem to have a problem. This was a patient treated by nurses, but recent, in the 50s and the 60s. It was kind of a taboo to talk about these things before. This is curing with water jets, and here too we have people who are taking baths. This is a machine where they put the person in the water, or surprise swim, let's say. These are the different solutions they used to find. L'asile des Clémentes. This is kind of a hostel, where they used to sleep. I mean, this hospital still exists, Salpetriere in Paris. This hospital, this is in Florence, Bonifacio, and this painting is by Telemaco Signorini, and it was in 1865 he did this. But this is also a place for people who weren't quite right. Here it's plein air. They're outside in the park. La Cour des Agités. This is the Amande of Gautier. This is all the different types of people who went quite well. This is the kind of hospitals where they were kept in. This here is a picture of asylum with this Dr. Pinel, who is revolutionary in that he takes off the chains from this woman, and he's the first one to do it. Pinel faisant ôter les chaînes des alignés. Salpetriere, 1876. And this is again him, saying that they shouldn't be chained. So this is, when you think about how people are being given pills today to control their impulses, and they couldn't have that then. So, here's a Dr. Pinel faisant ôter les chiens de la lignée à Bicetre. Bicetre is another hospital in Paris. This painting is very famous. Will It's 1876 by Tony. Come si chiama? Taubert Fleury. Hubert Fleury. So, this is the way they were kept. This is in England. And this hospital was called Bedlam. St. Luke's Hospital, not St. Luke's Hospital. There is a hospital called Bedlam, but this is St. Luke's Hospital. This is Hogarth. And this man who is not well. La Rue à Bedlam. Oh, so this is Bedlam, 1733. Hogarth has done 8 miniatures of these about the subject. Also, this is the thing, Salpetriere Hospital, which is huge. Which exists even now. Les Tours de Vienne. Okay, well, this is one of the hospitals, and this is the way they were kept. Salpetriere, gravure, 1680. This is a print of this huge hospital. And this is the hospital Bicetre, both Parisian hospitals. To regulate people who weren't well, hysteric, well, how do you say it? And this is one of the Anatomy of Melancholy. This is one of the first books on psychiatry or psychology, or and this one is Treatise on Madness. Because I'm doing this book from the last page to the first page, because I want to say there's the way we are now and how it used to be. These two ladies are being taken on pilgrimage. Also is this one, in order to, get their heads cleared and back to normal. So they used to have forced pilgrimages. Pèlerinage de Hulenbeck. So this is 1642. This is the way it used to be in the Middle Ages. Basically, in the Middle Ages, they used to just, they weren't experts. Like it says that they were wearing these fashionable hats. So, whatever they were doing was not really professional. They didn't know what they were doing, basically, and they could get away with, whatever. And in fact, here, for instance, this is they're doing surgery on people, and this is called excision de la pierre de la folie. They're taking out the, let's say, the reason for folly, for crazy behavior. So they're like doing these. And this is actually from this is actually Northern Europe. The Korean Jan Sanders, and it's 1550. Bruguel, l'ancien. Bruguel is the painter here. So you have to, I think they were very courageous to actually do paintings of these things. Because in any case, what, who was going to care about this? But because they put it in pictures, people today have an idea of how humanity learned about certain things. So this is a king. Like here, it's King Saul and David. David playing the harp. Because King Saul was, for some reason, he didn't like David. But David was the one who was going to, inherit everything. And he didn't have anything against King Saul, but King Saul didn't like him, basically. And this, I think, is the same thing. You can see the way he is. So, this is my favorite, William Blake. However strong the body is, it's all in the mind. It's a print with angels, but this one is actually a portrait of melancholy. Melancholy, 1532. And Cranach, Lucas Cranach, the elder. These must all be symbolic of something, I can't explain. The explanation is here, but I'm not going to read it now. So this is from the book that I'm going through. Saint Eugene, d'Orlando. This is the Narrenschiff. You know, in the beginning there used to be these boats where people who had any kind of psychological problem were put in boats and sent away to this imaginary country, you know, Narangonia. It's called Narangonia. And even today there are allegories about it and plays and things. So this is the thing about the fool, the joker. Oh, this is very complicated. The Sabbat on Sabbat de Buffon gravure. It's a print and it's the Sabbath of the Jokers by Pitie Salpetriere. I guess that's it. Image de Fleury.